Let me get an audio check. Wait a minute. Today is not Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Oh, that's right. I'm filling in for Doug, so it's going to be Tuesday. Let's see if I can fix that little problem, shall we? There we go. Now we're back to where we're supposed to be. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. It is straight up and down 12 noon, 12 p.m. on June 28, 2023. I'm your host, filling in for Doug Betts today, Ken Stout of Ken Stout Live. And not going to be anything about Windows and training and fixing tech problems, although we did fix a tech problem last night that took roughly 3 hours. Good news is we fixed it. Bad news, it took 2 attempts to do it, only because our young Padawan apprentice was not following simple instructions. So, welcome into Daily Davinci. Let's get going, shall we? Let me glance at chat. Looks like Tony, Rick, Bobby, Long Dog are there. Good to see you guys. So what do I want to do? The show is titled Things I've Learned. I think one of the first things I want to do is I want to show you the Wacky Tech Zoom homies. Because I need to make changes in here anyway. So, oh, that looks real encouraging. There it is. It takes a minute to load in. So right now I'm in the render page or the output page, deliver page, whatever you want to call it. I need to go over to the edit page. And I even further need to go over to the Fusion page, which is right here. And then we will reduce this down a little bit and bring this over. So this looks complicated. Well, this is what causes this right here. So this is the actual Fusion composition right here, and it's got white and blue and red. And then when you go back over here and play this over here, this is because I put the picture underneath it, then we get that effect, and then as it goes through, it will scroll out. So I need to make some changes in that. So I'm going to go back over to Fusion, and I got to remember, because I don't remember where my white text is coming from. It's a background, I'm sure. And let's see if it's background number 1. It's red, so that's not it. Is it background number 2? Nope, that's blue, so it must be background number 3. Oh, there we go. I found it. So now I want to go ahead and click on it so that it's available in the inspector so I can make some changes. Now, full disclosure, I did not create this on my own. I did watch a tutorial on it, and I did about this much of it right in here from memory, and then it got confusing, so I had to go back and rewatch the tutorial. So what I want to do now is I want to... Is Greg Guy here? Seriously? Greg Guy is with Greg Guys. Oh my goodness, him getting up at 7:30 in the morning really throws his day off. Hello, Greg. Hello, Long Dog. Hello, Rick. Hello, Tony. Hello, Bobby. And anyone else I may or may not have missed. I think I'm caught up. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color. It was asked a while back that I change this color, so I want to make sure I'm on the background, verify that background 3, and I want to change the color. And they said to lower it down to like an off-white. So if we just bring it down, we can do that. I don't like that. But what if we come in here and we change the color this way to like a peach type color? Well, that's not really getting too peachy to me. let's go over here and make it somewhat of an orange and bring it down. That looks to be off-white too, so I'll play a little bit of not bright white, but a little bit, and then we'll play it, and it's still white. Why is it still white? Because it changed the wrong one. Well, actually, it changed that one, so I need to go back into Fusion and figure out where that one's at. If it's not in, well, it is that one there. Should be this one right here. Okay, let me see. I'll go look at the text. Oh, let's change the text. So now what I want to do is I want to cheat. I want to go over here to this, and I want to grab this. I guess in a way this is sort of kind of Windows training as well, because I'm just going to use the basic Windows commands here. Go back into my text, highlight it, go to the color, delete that, and Control V and put that in there. And you'll notice up here in this viewer, that changed already, so we're going to be good to go there. Go back over here. If we play this through, then it's now not as bright white as it was, and that was what the general request was. Now, if I miss the mark, then I will go in there and see if I can't change it. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. Now I'm going to go ahead and render this out, because it would be kind of simply senseless of me not to make the changes and put it into application, or put it into use, or whatever you want to call it. So this is called Wacky Zoom Homie Text, and since I can't have the same file name, I'm just going to call this 2. I need it to go, actually I need it to not to go there. I need this to go text testing, I believe is where it's at. It should have still been there. I'm not sure why it's not, but that's fine. I'm just going to go to my D drive, going to go to my Davinci completed projects. I'm pretty sure I have that down here into text testing, and I can tell that by coming down here and finding Wacky Zoom Homie Text. I'm going to save it, and I've got it marked, and I want to change it to MP4. Don't really have to, it's just me, it's habit. I like to keep doing the same things over and over again. I'm going to go ahead and render that out. 25 seconds, a little longer than I thought it would be, but it's doing its thing. William Dawson joins us. Hello, William. So that's done, and then I'll go ahead and go back to this page. I'll go into my D drive, Davinci completed, go down to text projects, text testing, Wacky Zoom Text 2. Did I put that? Yeah, right. Wacky. Did I do that in the right spot? It's this one. And there it is. So now I can put that into use tonight when I go to do the nightly stream at 9 o'clock, which will probably be cut short because Mrs. K's schedule has changed once again, or at least I believe it's changed. Tonight will be a 2-part show, part 1 and part 2, running about a half hour each time. So that's that. We're done there. All right, what do I want to do next? Well, let's go look at the chalkboard. Now this should already say today's Wednesday. If I scroll through here, it does. It says today's Wednesday. And the cool thing, I'm going to go ahead, everything I'm doing now is in Fusion. Everything is being done in Fusion. Now this one, believe it or not, all of this, I did figure out on my own from memory. And the original take on this was not as simplified as this is. And this could be simplified even more. I just, I haven't done it yet. I'm not sure why the inspector shows all of these, because I thought in fact, I know I unclicked them, but that's fine. You'll see over here, I still have remnants of how I originally did it. I don't need those, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. And they're gone, and then I'm going to bring this back over here. So this is pretty straightforward. I took a text node. I took a text. I put some glow under it. I duplicated it, and then I ran it all into this multi-merge. And then all I did is copy and paste it to get all of the effects right here, which appears to be writing left to right on a chalkboard. It was pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty easy to do once I thought through it. Other than I had, I don't know, 16 by 5, so I had 80 text nodes on here, or potentially I would have had 80. I think I got up to like 10, and I was like, no, this is just way too much. There's got to be a better way to do it. And then it dawned on me I can duplicate it and then go from there. So I'm going to go into the text, and the text says today is Wednesday, because Wintermute determined that if you come in here, I think it's right here, and you go down to, no, it's not right there. You go into here. No, maybe here. No. Well, I'll show you how to do that. I'll screw this up just as big as day. So I'm going to copy this first. I'm going to Control C that, and then I'm going to go in here and right click on the plus sign, and I'm going to remove the expression. So now if we play this, that shouldn't be, well, yeah, it will do it because it says today's Thursday. The rest of them today is Wednesday. It says today's Thursday because that's what the day is that I believe I created this. And that's fine. So again, I want to be on text number 1. I want to bring this out just a little bit more. And right there. So you right click in here and you go to expression, and then you put your expression in there. So since I copied it and pasted it, because I do have one brain cell working this morning, I'm going to delete that, Control V, and then when I put this in there, that'll change back to Wednesday. Midnight tonight, this will automatically change to, you guessed it, Thursday. And midnight tomorrow night, Friday, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So I'm good with this. I don't want to mess with this right now. I've got other, I think this is a copy of a copy, if I remember, not just a copy. So I'm happy with this. This is cool. I like this. So I'm going to go back to the edit page, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys something. I'm going to press my Alt key down, hold the left button down. I'm going to drag it over there, and I just made a copy of this. So I get rid of the copy. I can right click, copy, move the playhead, paste, and I made a copy. Or I can highlight it, hold the Alt key down, drag it over, hold the Alt key, drag it over, hold the Alt key, drag it over. As long as the Alt key is down and you're still on it, you can make as many copies as you want to. Pretty time saving, pretty convenient way of doing it. And then since I don't need this, I'm gonna get rid of it. But I am gonna make one last copy by holding the Alt key and dragging this over, and I'm gonna go to this one right here, okay? Because this is the one I want to work with. I'm gonna make sure my box is highlighted around it. You don't even need the playhead on there. The only reason the playhead is on there is so that you can see it. I have audio stuttering. All right, let me look at OBS real quick. Now, I don't understand that because nothing has changed from last night, from the stream last night. And I'm still on my Yeti microphone. Oh, it might be because it's a Blue Yeti. I'll have to get with Brian Middlefoot on that, or Brian Lightfoot on that, and see if possibly that's it. I'll go ahead and bump it up a little bit and see if that helps the audio a little bit. I bumped it up in OBS, and hopefully that will resolve that issue. Now I can check audio and have a little bit of an echo. And it sounds okay to me, but then again, I'm sitting 4.5 feet away, so, but I bumped it up. No worries, we'll go with what we have. Rick says it's fine. Winfish says it's not. We'll go with what we have. I really do not know. So why did I make a copy? Well, I want to show you guys something. So I'm going to click on that, move the playhead off. I don't need to see this. I'm going to go up here in the inspector and click on the word file. I did not know this. This is super, super, super cool. I go to file and it says it's called Simpson's Writing. Well, I'm going to change that to Goofy Text. Spelling it properly would help. Text on chalkboard. All right, I'm going to press enter. Nothing appears to have happened. I'm going to open the media pool, and I'm going to left click on this, and I'm going to drag it up, and you now see up here in the media pool, it says Goofy. Let me put it over here so you can see it because my picture's in the way. It now says Goofy Text on chalkboard. Okay, put that in there. I'm going to delete this, and if I play that, that's the current one. And if I bring this down here, then I have the same thing. It's just a different name. So once you make a fusion composition, you can go up here, name it, and add it back to your media pool, and it's available for this project. But there's one more step. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. If I click right here on in the power bins, if I click on power bins and open it up, I created a text folder. So I'm going to go ahead and open the text folder, and I already have things in here. So back to the media pool, open the media pool, go back to the master, open it up. How do I do that? There we go. And I'm going to grab Goofy Text and drag it down. I'm going to open the master, and I'm going to put it in the text folder. Now, why do I want to do that? I want to do that because if I only leave it in the master, it's only in the master file for that particular project. By bringing Goofy Text over to the text folder in there, I have that available on any and all projects I want to use. All I have to do is go to the power bin, open up the text, and it's there. Pretty cool, pretty neat. I'm slowly learning these things, and this will be a time saver on a rainy day when I can't do anything but sit here and organize and move things and rename things and put things where they need to be. And that brings me to my next thing I want to show you. I am going to go ahead and press Control N, and I'm going to create a new timeline. Okay, then we'll just call this timeline number 2, and I'm going to go ahead and make 3 video tracks, and I don't know, never will have 3 audio tracks that I'm aware of, but we'll make 3 audio tracks. And then this is, why did that not change? I don't want 59, I want 3. There we go. This is where it gets really interesting, and I didn't spend a lot of time figuring this out, but I'm going to uncheck Use Project Settings. You think you would leave it checked, but you don't. We're going to uncheck it, and that brings us over to the next setup page, and I want to go into Format. Format currently is 1920 by 1080, which is landscape. I want to do a TikTok, an Instagram. I want to do a portrait. So all I'm going to do is right here, use vertical resolution. 1920 by 1080. Now it's 1080 by 1920. I'm going to click create. That's going to go to timeline number 2. I still have all of the data that I was using available, except I lost Alex's picture. Go to text. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob is not your uncle. There's Alex's picture because it's there. It's there for any project I want to use. And then when I bring this over, there it is. I have now created a post for TikTok, Instagram, whatever all. I don't know them all, but it is there. Now that looks to be a little off-centered, so all I got to do is grab the position and center Alex in there, and it's good to go. Now, if I really was doing something other than messing around, learning, teaching, or whatever, I would go into the color tab. I would add an alpha node. I would connect the alpha node. And I've been messing around with this quite a bit. And then I would go to the, we'll go to the one that never works for me, which is the power window. And then I want to subtract. So I go to minus and I'll take all this out right here. And you'll see that's what it does. Utter failure. Fantastically utter failure. So come over here to the trash can, get rid of it. Go to the, well, I want to keep things. So I want to keep Alex. So we're just going to go up here. That's going to be bad because I got out of Alex's. I got a little bit on the chair. That should do it. And as I predicted, because we'll do that again. And we're just going to take our time and not get on the chair. And really, I'm just going to do that. And you can see it's about the same. So now what I've been doing is I go to the minus sign. I just want to draw a line through that. That goes away. I want to draw a line through that. That goes away. I want to draw a line through that. That goes away. This isn't too bad right now. I apologize. My ear itches. My eye itches. Lack of sleep. Didn't get to bed till about 7. I was up at 11:30. I was actually up at 9:30 the first time and realized it wasn't 11:30. Went back to sleep for a couple hours. So this is pretty cool. I'm good with this. So now if I come back over here to the edit page, now I have that. Now I can do anything I want to do. I can open the media pool up and I can bring in the goofy text. Uh-oh, what happened here? Bring in the media pool, bring in the goofy text. Why is this? That's interesting. Let me close that. And Alex seems to have gone away. He's there, I see him. And the goofy text is there, I see that. So why am I not able to bring this over here? And interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to get rid of that. This is what I've been doing lately when I get into Davinci. Unless I have a very specific project in mind, this is what I've been doing. Now what I should do, and what I've been doing, is I'll come in here and right click. I'll grab a still, right click. I'll export the still. Davinci goes into my stills. And we're just going to call this Alex Instagram-ish. It's already set to JPEG, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then I don't need that. I can literally not worry about this. I come over here to the media pool. And I don't know. I seriously don't know why that's not showing up. Oh, yeah, I do. I'm an idiot. I forgot. I had scrolled it up. It's right there. But I still want to do this because this is what I do. And I really like to keep in the same pattern, if you will. I'm going to go to import media. It's going to go to my D drive, Davinci, stills. You can see it's there. I don't know if you caught that or not. You can see it there because it usually shows up on the preview of the folder. And then I called it Alex Instagram-ish. It's right there. Open it up. I'm going to move this one out of the way. I'm going to grab this one and put it right here. It's the same thing, only it doesn't have the background in it. Okay. And if I put this here, you'll notice it's there. But if I scroll through this, because I didn't track this, even though it's a still photo, it is not going to show up. So now, because of the way I did it, it'll show up. So, goodbye. I'm playing Jane, what's her name, from that weakest link show. So now if I grab goofy text, put that there, then I should have goofy text. I do. But as we know, I should be able to put that there and that there, and goofy text should be in the background. No, that's interesting. I'm not awake. All right. That's interesting that this is not working. Why is this not working? Let me go look at chat. People are probably in keeping with the Doug Betts theme here, which, by the way, I'm coming up on his last 5 minutes, and I'll get into my 30 minutes. As a joke for those of you that don't understand that. Looks like Rick and Chris and Long Dog are discussing Rick's new laptop, which is a very nice laptop. I've seen the videos. I enjoyed the videos. I need to go make the thumbs up on and everything on that and a comment, but I haven't done that yet. So back to this. I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy. Again, old school. I could have done it a different way. Bring the playhead over, paste. There it is. I'm going to bring this up here. And I still don't have my text. This is interesting. Why do I not have my text? So if I go in here and grab a regular plain old text node and I put it in there, close this, I don't need that anymore. Open this, get this out of the way, go to my text, bring us down here, bring us down to there. Then I have text, and if we go Alex Padawan Cheek, and I want to try something. I'm going to go over here to this box, and I'm going to click on Fusion Overlay, maybe. Yeah, look at that. Now I can take this and I can move this up. So you're asking yourself, well, why did I do that? Well, let's turn it off, and I'll show you why I did that. Now I can transform, and I want to turn that off. I don't need that. If I don't come over here and use the shortcut of Fusion Transform or Fusion Overlay to get the box to put this where I want, and I turn it off, I have to go over here to Layout, and then I have to mess with it in here. So much easier to turn this on, grab it right here, put it where I want, and then I don't have to do any of that. Really, another little interesting thing that I've learned. So I'm going to bump this size up a little bit, and then I want to put it right there. No, I want to put it right. Well, for demonstrative purposes, I want to put it right there. Then what I want to do is I want to drag this over here. That should have, but it did not, or did it? Did that do what I wanted it to? Let me grab my text and bring it up. Okay, interesting. I tried to put the text in the background, and I know I can do it because I've done it like 3 or 4 different times. But for some reason, it's just being a pain this morning. I want to be on the text. I want to change the color. I want to go to some horrible green. I'm going to bring this up here. Bring this back over there. Bring this back down there. And then make sure this is on. Make sure I'm on that. And that's still in the foreground. Has it got to be there? Nope, it don't. Go look at text. Just a question, Kermia, watching discussion in the next day or so. Okay, so you guys are, as 2 minutes of Doug to go, chit chat. So why can't I move this behind? Usually it's just as simple as you copy this, bring it up here, and then that puts your text in the background, but my text is not even showing up now. I mean, it's not even showing up anywhere where it should. I don't get it. I do not get it. It's showing up here. If I go in here, I have the ability to move it up there. Am I that tired? Probably. Make sure I'm on the right node, or the right, I call them nodes. I don't know what the right one is. whatever I want to be in the background. I mean, that's just like Davinci 101. If I go over here and let's just say I grab this one right here and bring it in, put it right there, move this out of the way temporarily. I don't need any of this stuff. If I just temporarily move these out of the way, switch these around, put that up top, put that at the bottom, put it right there. And bring this in, bring that out. Okay, so that's still in foreground. If I put this on top and then reduce that down, no, interesting. I'm seriously having some struggling issues right now. Kind of figured out the reason that was being prevalent is because it needed to be shrunk. This needed to be reduced down a little bit. Yeah, let's move on. I'll come back to that later. So that's that. As long as I don't save this, no harm, no foul. And it's just a working copy of what I want to do anyway, which is more or less working with the Goofy text or the Simpsons text. I wanted to show you can change the name, and then it automatically is going to go to the systems date, which, okay, someone asked a question recently. How do you change? What if you forget to change this and it's Wednesday, but you need to do a show for Tuesday? Well, I thought about that for a minute, and real simple. I come down here to the date and time, right click, adjust date and time, turn off set time automatically, set the date and time manually. Of course, this keeps opening up on different windows for me. And I don't want it to be the 28th. I want it to be the 27th. I don't even care about the time. So I change it to the 27th. I hit the 27th. I come over here, and that should have automatically changed, and it did, to Tuesday. So that's how you do that. If you do not, or if I do not make the changes at night, which I'm trying to get in the habit of doing, then I just go in and change the date and time. Now watch this cute little trick that I'm sure you guys that have been doing this for a while. All I'm going to do is go back and click on right here of set time automatically. And this will change to Wednesday eventually. So I'm going to hit set time automatically and scroll it. And it one little scroll, 1 frame, 1/10 of a frame, 1 second, whatever, changes it to Wednesday. So again, no harm, no foul. I'm back to being on the 28th. Cool. Now I have, how many timelines do I have? I have 2. I have timeline number 1, which is the original one. And I have timeline number 2, which is the one I've been messing around in. So to get rid of a timeline, you simply go find that timeline, which I don't see it over here. It should say timeline 1, timeline 2. This would be interesting because I don't want this. I don't need this. I want only one timeline. So go back to timeline number 2 and then go to the media pool, go to the master, double click on that. Double click on that. Now I have timeline number 1, all of my things that I've been using, and there's more because I brought them into timeline number 2. To get rid of a timeline, you simply highlight it, backspace, and it pops up. Do you delete the selected timeline? Yep, don't want it, don't need it, want it to go away. But all the data still remains in there, and that's fine. All right. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, I'm not sure if that's chit chat or something I actually might have just shown. That'd be a miracle. Is there anything else I wanted to show? So I covered the wacky text for the opening, the first place YouTube award. There's not really much going on with that. The Simpsons test. This is a project I'm working on, and I have the original, and then I made a copy so that if I screw it up, I worked in a copy. If I screw it up, I have the original. The crossing planes you've seen. I think that's it. I really do believe that that is it. So YouTube first place award. There's two of those, and I always use the most current one. So I'm going to open that up, and this is getting to be out of hand. This is where I need to go in there and make bins under the master, and eventually I'll get around to doing that. So I'm going to close that just so I get the room. Now you'll notice the date is wrong, so I have to fix that. Well, how do I fix that? Well, I get to demonstrate what I just demonstrated. So I'm going to go into the date, and because of the way that it's done, this says 628 and it should say 627. So I'm going to go down here, right click, adjust the time, the date, turn it off, set it manually, change it back 1 day, 27, change, and that should have changed that, but it looks like it maybe did not. Yep, there it goes. So now I'm going to do the same thing here. I don't have to do that. You'll notice that that had already changed because of the way that it's written. So now this is correct in Davinci. However, I'm almost 99.99% sure I have already, yep, I've already changed it and it's good to go. So I'm going to leave it like this, but I'm going to change the date later on, and when I come back into OBS it'll change back anyway. So you're seeing the finished product scroll across because I changed my scene to show that this is already done. So I don't need to do that. And go back over here and go ahead and set the date automatically, and when I scroll it'll change to the 28th, and that's good. This is how this goes together every night. Someone mentioned templates. Sort of, kind of, it is a template. The only thing I change is I don't change the date now. That was such a lifesaver. I'm glad Wintermute found that. But depending on who's first, I'll change their picture, the background, the music, and up here, the name. That's it. Now I didn't show you all of it because I have a special prize. I have 3 text lines now. And I need to fade this one out just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. And I'm not going to show that because it's going to be a big reveal tonight. Anyone with a good eye probably already has seen what it is. So let's get out of that. Let me bring chat over and see what's going on there. I'll pop out chat. Bring this over here. Oh, that was cute. And then I'll make this full screen. Now I've truly turned into Doug. I don't know why it's a black background, but it is. And I'm going to scroll through here. Now, if you have another computer, turn it on. So I can't go back too awfully far. Can I pop timestamps out right here? I can. So 15 minutes is about all it lets me go back. I'll go through here and see if there's anything. Anybody's yelling or telling me to do anything. Looks like it's all talking about Rick's laptop, which is fine. After all, this was the Doug Betts half hour. If you gentlemen and ladies, if there are any present, and Bobby, please change the chat to Davinci. I would appreciate it. I need cricket silence. I need the crickets chirping, although I'd probably get a notification of that. The Cricket Association of America would probably be disappointed in that. I do need an image on my laptop. Macroom is no longer free. Oh, there we go. os.date. Print or percentage x comma time. I guess that's 0, or is that parentheses? Oh, that's back-to-back parentheses, isn't? See, I asked for instant Davinci talk, and just like that, I get Davinci. Thank you, Wintermute. I am going to go ahead and copy this, minus the, and I'll put that over in my notebook that I have for that. I don't know anything about Davinci. Well, truth be known, I don't know anything about Davinci either. I'm still learning it, and believe me when I tell you I have well, not millions, but I have a few projects on Davinci, some of which I need to rehash, some of which I need to delete, some of which I need to, yeah. Like the fish tank experiment, I forget. Let's go ahead and open that. Here's something cool to show you as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and double click this because I've updated Davinci at least 3 times. Any old project's got to be upgraded to the current one because I'm not using 18.5 when I created it. So in fact, that was one I created a long time ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and click upgrade, and then that'll bring that into effect. And then that's telling me it can't find it. So that means it's a video, and I showed you guys a long time ago how to go find it. You right click on here. Well, that's not going to work this time. Did they change that? Seriously? You got to be able to right click in here, find the location. There we go. Review, open location. It's supposed to be in movies, desktop, MP4, Ken Stout Live, logo B.mp4. So what I do is I take this information of movies, blah, 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 and I think, where did I move that to? So I'm going to see if I can get that over here, and I can't. I was hoping I could reopen another window, so I'm going to remember movies, desktop, MP4s. Yeah, I am. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to change the source location. I'm going to go browse. It used to be in well, it was already in my data drive, so who knows where it's at. But browse, go to the D drive, then it was in desktop screen junk. So chances are I moved it from there. Desktop. Yeah, I don't even have desktop in there anymore. So I don't think it's in here. In fact, I know it's not in there. So I'm not sure where I would have put it. Movies. It was in desktop. Movies. Go look in movies. And I know it's not in here because this is all grandkids and TV and movies. So I know it's not in there. So anyway, I could go find it. More than likely, I've already deleted it. So no big deal on that. But what I was trying to do is, this is Pick on Alex Day, by the way. Now I'll pick on me and Mrs. K. So I'll bring this in, and then I'll bring it down. And I'm not exactly sure why this is showing up like this. I had this problem before, but I'm pretty sure to fix this problem, we'll just grab the corner and expand it like that. And grab the corner. Thank you, Tony. T-5. And that didn't work. Let me go the other way. Okay, that's interesting. I can't do that. So that's pretty. Is this a video? No, that's a still. That's got to be a still. Nope, can't do that. Oop. Control Z is my friend. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to put images in or on the fish tank. And I was trying to do that by going into Fusion and going to space shift, bring up the box for my tools, type in tracker, TRACK, go to plain old tracker, add, that puts it in there automatically. Little shortcut again. You can do it this way. You can off click, space shift, add, and it puts it up there. You can drag this down here, and oh look, it's not working. So you have to hold the shift button down until the lines turn yellow and blue, and then you can drop it in there like that. I find it's much simpler to make sure your source that you want to add, whatever you're adding the node to, is highlighted. Space shift, add it, and it puts it where it's supposed to be in the flow of things from start here to stop there. Same picture. So in tracker, I want to change it, the operation to corner positioning, and then I just simply want to bring these corners down. And they've changed this a little bit, but I want the corner to be there, and I want the corner to be sort of kind of there, and the corner to be, boy, these are sometimes really hard to grab a hold of. Here, and then I want that corner to be there. And that looks all right. And then what I want to do is I want to grab some media, and I just grab the media, and I want to put, I don't remember if I put it in here. Nope, I don't put it in there. But I think I put it in there. Pretty sure I put it in there. If I put it in here, it's going to put it like that. So I don't want that. So I'm going to Control Z that to get that out of there. I am 99% sure I have to remember how to do this. It's been a while. I've done several projects with this. I really enjoy doing it. Why are we have a black screen? This times out for some reason and goes back to a black screen. I don't know how long I have had a black screen, but thank you, Wintermute. I caught it as well. So I've got my area that I want identified for the tracker, and then I want to take this and I want to put it, there we go. I want to put it in the green node. So what's supposed to happen, kind of what I call Ken Stout lazy proof, is you're supposed to be able to grab your output right here, put it anywhere in the node. Like if I put it in the median, it didn't work. For once. You're supposed to be able to just do that and it add the merge that it needs to put it in there like that. But lately it's just being stubborn. Same thing with that. There, it worked that time. So you're supposed to be able to do that, and that's what you do. So I didn't really want that in the foreground, but the problem is if I try to put it in the background, because I've actually tried to put this over in the background before. I don't need that open. I really don't need that open. I really just want to work with this right here. So if I come in here and go to my tracker and I grab the tracker and I put it, oh shoot, what am I trying to do here? I want to put it up here in this corner and then grab this one. I want to put it down here in that corner. And I want to grab this one over here and put it in, I guess, this non-corner right there, which is actually a corner, but due to the fact of where it's at. And then put this one in here, like here. Oh, that looks horrible. So can I move this all at once? I should be able to, but I don't know. But I'm just going to make some slight adjustments here by grabbing this and going to the corner. That didn't work. Put that over there. Put that over there. I got to move this one back a little bit to right about there. You get the idea. I can't actually put it in the background. I must have learned some things because before when I tried to do this, I couldn't do this. So I'm thinking that's the background right there. And then I'm thinking that, oh, that was the other thing. I do have one other quick thing I want to show you. And that is, okay, cool. I think what I have to do is I literally think I have to bring this down to underneath this edge right here, and then bring this down to this edge right there, and then put this on that edge a little bit more that way. And then that does look like, to me, it's kind of in the background because you can see it, but I don't want to do that. I want to go to here, and I want to go to, now the project that I'm currently working on, will not be at the top of the page. This will make a liar out of me. Nope, it's not. It's way down here somewhere, because it's always going to have the box around it. It's always going to be highlighted on what you're working on. And then what I want to do, I want to remember where I was at. I was past that. Where was it? All I'm looking for is the box around it so I can close it. And good golly, there it is, fish tank experiment. Right click, I'm going to close it. That puts me back to the top for an untitled project. Real quickly, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to not go to File. I'm going to go to Media Pool. I'm going to right click. I'm going to create a new fusion composition, drag it down. Yeah, come on, work, damn it, darn it, doggone it. New fusion composition, create, drag it down. And because it's changed, why is this changed? Okay, so let's see, change the duration. That's 15 seconds. Why is this doing this? I had this issue once before, and I don't remember how I fixed it. I can make this as big as I want, and it's still going to be 15 seconds. If I take this to the end, it's supposed to be 15 seconds. But anyway, so fusion composition, you go in there and you do it. Now I want to go to my effects library, and I want to open effects up, and this little thing right here called an adjustment clip. This is so cool, and I've got so much I want to learn about it. So if we come in here to this, and I don't want to do a fusion composition. I want to actually use a picture, and again, I'll pick on Mrs. K and myself, drag this down here, and this is scary that that's doing that. So we're going to make that like that. Now, if I play through here, it shows us, that's cool. Well, what if I wanted to change something, but I didn't want to go into Fusion, I didn't want to take the time to keyframe it out or whatever? I can grab an adjustment clip. Wherever I put the adjustment clip, and whatever I put in the adjustment clip, once again, why is this timing out to the black screen? Oh, this is frustrating. I need to go in and revamp OBS, it looks like. So I've put an adjustment clip in here. Whatever I put in here, so let's say I want the binoculars. And you can see when you hover over it, over here, it shows you what the effect will be. I'm going to bring CCTV in, and I'm going to put it in the adjustment clip. And then when I play this, when it gets to the adjustment clip, it shows whatever you did. Pretty cool. And it's going to do what, no matter what you have in here, if you have a, and this is so frustrating, I'm going to have to get my crackpot staff of researchers to figure out why that's doing that. So we're going to go in here and we're going to put this, and we're just going to go Mr. and Mrs. K, and then now put that in there. I'm going to go ahead and move it over here. Watch this. When I move this playhead over the adjustment clip, it affects everything. I mean, you can't really tell them on the text, but it is affecting it. Whatever's underneath it, it will affect. And I can bring the binoculars in as well. Watch this. Now we have just a messed up mess, because obviously those two don't go well together. They don't play well. But I've actually done this with a couple different things. Now, how do you get rid of that? Well, you come in here to your adjustment clip, because I know someone's going in their mind, well, what if you do what you just did and you don't like it? So you come in here to your adjustment clip, and you make sure you're on the adjustment clip by having the box highlighted. You come up here to effects right here, you click on effects, and now you see CCTV and binoculars. Well, the CCTV didn't like it too much, so I'm going to turn that off. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to turn it off. I'm going to delete it by going to the trash can, hitting delete, and it's gone. So now I only have my binoculars. And if I play this, you can see the binoculars effect. Now, I don't know why it's got the big green line on there, because it shouldn't. Oh, I know why, because I have fusion highlighted. So now when I play this, now we have, looks like we're looking through binoculars. And as you can see, if I come over here and turn this back on and drag this into the picture, Mr. and Mrs. K are actually binocularized or whatever. By the way, that's a new word I just made up, binocularized. Super cool. I am really looking forward to messing around with that. But what I want to do now is I want to go back to the adjustment clip. I want to go back into effects. The blur strength, you can change how much it's blurred, kind of like you're adjusting it. You can change the aberration distance. Gives it that really funky, far out, I'm on a trip effect. And then you can address the strength. And it just makes that even more. This is what I did on the one thing. The vignette size. I don't know what that word is. And I don't quite fully understand it, but it does affect it. So I'm going to leave that like that. The edging blur, you can take the edge down a little bit. The mask blur, you can change it. And put it back to normal. Here's the one that's confusing. You can change the way the binoculars look. And this can get really fun because you can mess it up. And then when you put it back to normal, it just looks like a telescope. So I want this to be not like it is. So I've got this really messed up. Put that back there. Put this back there. Since I don't want to use it, I'm going to delete it. I just wanted to show you the different things that it does. And it's going to affect anything and everything that the adjustment clip is over. If I get rid of it, no adjustment clip, no problem. Now, I want to see why this isn't working. Now, I do not understand why that's not working, because that should actually be being showed right now. It's not even being showed. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm coming up on 1 hour. Whoa, I cannot believe that I actually did an hour of babbling about Davinci Resolve. So put this back, put the adjustment clip in there, and I'm going to go ahead and just make the adjustment clip the whole thing. Looks like we're looking through a telescope. And if this were to play, which it's not going to play because it's a static picture, then it would look relatively cool. Glancing at chat, it looks like Long Dog had a diabetic incident. I don't want to hear that. I don't like hearing that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Long Dog. I hope you're all right now. Knock on wood. I'm hoping that with the issues I have, I never experienced. I've experienced it once, and it's scary as hell. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Wintermute. I need to figure out why this keeps jumping for some reason. Back to, and it always defaults over to this particular scene right here, which is a black screen, and I don't know why. It should stay on that constantly unless I'm hitting some combination of hotkeys that makes it jump. And if there is, that's news to me, because I only have like 2 things hotkeyed in OBS. So I'm going to wrap it up. Tonight o'clock, 9 o'clock, Roy joins us. Good to see Roy. I will go back in the Doug Betts tradition, since this, after all, was a combination of live Windows training with me, your host, filling in for Doug Betts. There was absolutely no Windows training whatsoever. Sorry about that, Doug. Looking forward to you being back tomorrow. And now that I know I can get up, I may be back tomorrow. Maybe I'll have something more productive and more entertaining and more, wow, I want to go try that. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you tonight at 9 o'clock. Have a great day. I'm going back to bed.